I'm not sure if these wedding day cake pranks are just coming at us quicker or if people are just talking about them more on social media. But this Am I the A-hole thread came through just this morning. So this woman says, Am I the a-hole for leaving my own wedding because my husband embarrassed me? She's 27. Her husband is 29. They've been together for 3 years. In those 3 years, I have never known him to be selfish, occasionally immature, yes, but even that was rare. And keep in mind, he's 29. I mean, he could be immature a little bit in his 20s. Totally reasonable. Okay. These problems arose when those stupid cake smashing videos got popular, and my husband thought they were hilarious. That is a red flag, ladies. If they think that these cake smashing videos are funny, that is a red flag. Just know that that's a red flag now. I never thought they were funny, and he knows that. Yet he was always showing me these videos of those poor wives getting the happiest day of their lives ruined by their a-hole partner for some cheap laughs. He also knows I have a history with cake smashing. My family does the cake smashing thing. I remember it was my 17th birthday, and I pleaded with my mom to not do it. She promised, and I trusted her. I had my hair and makeup done all nice, and right as I blew out the candles, my mom pushed my head into the cake, and one of the decorations on the cake ended up slicing my forehead. Not enough to go to the hospital, but enough for some substantial bleeding. My bathroom was ruined. My birthday was ruined, and after I wouldn't come out of the room, my mom still calls me a brat for that. I told him if he ever did something like that to me, I'd leave him. He started laughing, but I was being for real, though he really was not taking me seriously. Now, skip to a few days ago when my wedding happened. Everything was perfect. I was happy. He was happy. I was excited for our new lives as newlyweds. I felt like a princess in my poofy white dress and done up hair with the perfect makeup, all very expensive things I would like to mention. We get to the cake cutting part. As I turn to him, he scoops up a huge chunk of our wedding cake and smashes it all over my face. Everything just seemed to go in slow motion for a few moments. He's just laughing at me and then says, "You should see your face," and continues to laugh. Other people in the crowd, mostly my family, is also laughing at me. Then I just start to walk away. He realizes that I'm leaving and tries to catch up with me and says I'm being extra. I push him away and order an Uber. As I got outside, most of the crowd is following me, telling me to come back. I get into the Uber and drive away. I drove to our apartment and packed most of my things and went to stay at a hotel. I currently, though, am staying at a friend's house. My family and his family has been blowing up my phone for days, saying I'm being childish and my husband is a good man and it was just a joke. My husband has been calling me off the hook to tell me to please come home and that he wants to talk, that he's sorry and didn't think I'd get that emotional. This was supposed to be the happiest day of our lives, and he embarrassed me in front of everyone for some prank that he knew I hated. Not only that, he ruined a $500 cake, he ruined my makeup, my hair, and on top of that, the dress. The cake got all over. Though I do still love him, I'm wondering if I was really too hard on him. That seems to be everyone else's opinion. So, am I the a-hole? Totally not the a-hole. And yes, just for the record, I am Bourbon Bougie on Reddit as well. I said, please don't go back to him. If he would cross your boundaries so publicly, he'll do worse privately. These are red flags. Pranks should not be humiliation. Pranks is, scaring somebody with a fake bug or something, or replacing salt with sugar or something like that. Pranks is not necessarily humiliating you and wasting hundreds of dollars and with these pranks. This person says, and some people don't even think about the skewers that hold up cakes that are multiple tiers or just really large cakes. Knew someone who once got a skewer to the eye from having their face smashed into their own birthday cake. Of course, that ended the party and sent the birthday kiddo to the ER. Please be aware that not only are these pranks, they can be harmful to people. This is not funny. People have got to stop doing this. This person said there's a video on the internet where something like this is filmed. Yeah, this is just something you can't unsee. And imagine seeing it in real time or it happening to you. This person says you have time to get this marriage annulled and you should think very seriously about doing just that. If he doesn't respect you on your wedding day as the person to be cherished and admired for your beauty and as his wife, Then Win Wilkie. Cake smashing at wedding receptions is a bad omen of things to come. It's not just going to get better. That's a fact. There was a wedding photographer that came into one of these comment sections and was saying that she or he or she, I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman, is a high probability of divorce, and cake smashing was one of the things that they had seen, and those people, a high percentage, have gotten divorced. And like I said, this is just from the cake photographer's POV. This person says, which leads to the question of why anyone would think it's a good idea to even risk pissing off your new spouse on the very first day of your marriage and honeymoon. Like, why? Why do this? So the OP was answering questions in the Reddit thread. This person says, have you checked YouTube? Did he or someone else attending the wedding post the incident on social media? If so, don't have kids with him. He'll make their lives hell posting embarrassing clips of them. And this is the OP. She says he apparently didn't plan this and it happened fairly quickly. So the only person who was recording that I know of was the person I paid to do it. I already messaged him to not give those recordings to anyone. I don't need that type of attention. God forbid it got out. Plus, everyone was too busy laughing. And this person said he didn't plan this. And then he said he did. Every time he showed you those videos and you said you didn't like it and that you'd leave, just for him to show you he was more while laughing. He was planning it. Yes, he was planning it. Yes, he was. Okay, so this person says this is a glimpse into the rest of your marriage. He completely disregarded what you specifically told him not to do. Annulment. And then this person says either this or the OP is really bad at communicating. And then OP says, I told him so many times. He just didn't want to listen. So, yes, she put it out there. Now it's up to her. We don't know how she'll go, but it's up to her. She communicated something he disregarded. And this is the very last screenshot I want to share. This person says, smashed cake in my wife's face at our wedding. Still married 30 years later. Grow up, you child, along with the rest of the morons in this thread. Your soon-to-be ex will be lucky to get rid of you. And the OP says, wow, you sound like a peen. I feel sorry for your wife. You know, all these other people are telling me to divorce him, and I was still second guessing. This comment, though, gave me some real clarity. You just made me want to end my relationship more than any other comment here. And also, her family is not behind her. Everyone is coming for this woman. Everyone thinks that these pranks are just supposed to be accepted. And just because this man comes in and says he's still married 30 years later, that's not good PR. That's not good branding for why she should accept humiliation. But you guys, I know this was a long one. Go ahead, jump in the comments, tell me what you think, like, comment, share.